Why hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today we're going to talk about the special Stable Masters map and a couple little tricks you can use with it that I was not even aware of a few weeks ago that I have learned over the last few weeks, and I think it'll help you out as well. So anyway, let's check it out. It's another way you can travel around the world. If you got to find it, you got to go over to here. It's in right here, collections, or Shift C, right? And then you go over to here to excuse me, not here, the bottom one, the Middle Earth Stable Master. So this is what we're going to look at today. It's this cool little map system, okay? For one, this shows you one thing. I did do a previous guide video on this in the past, but it shows you all the Stable Masters you know the locations of, okay? For example, as you can see, they did an update to Troll Shaws and added some more, and sometimes when they update, you'll have to relearn locations. It's a little bit of a bummer sometimes, but not always. But as you can see, I need to relearn these, but all the gold ones are where I've been, and I already know. Again, like I tell you in all my videos, always, 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 what do I always say? Right? I know you know, Zollin, but I'm asking them. Always click on the Stable Master when you first find it and get there, okay? Don't forget, because it's really frustrating you have to run back to click it because you don't know it, right? Now, there is a way to get to the Stable Master anyway by using, ta-da, a mithril coin, right? You can usually use that to get there. But mithril coins, I don't always recommend people use those unless you really want to save time. And it really is only one, which is nice. It is cheap if you have a bunch on you, but they are kind of like a real world money in the game, right? You kind of have to buy them the only way you can really earn them is with real money, buying it through the LOTRO store, right? And again, you don't need to do that in this game. There's lots of other ways to get around and stuff, but you might have to do a little bit of traveling if you're doing full free to play and that kind of thing. But here's the little bonuses that you may not know, okay? So for example, what if I want to go to the Scouts Camp North Troll Shaws? So if I click this, something very cool, all right, is that there's a travel button here. Spend mithril coins to travel to this selected destination, okay? You could do this wherever you are. I don't have to be at a horse person, right? There's a horse person right over there, but I don't have to be, right? I can just open up my map here, and I'm trying to remember what the actual command for opening this map is. But, and then it says show map, and again, it will open up the regular map, right? You can click that, or you can click M, right? But M usually will only open the map to where you actually are located. You'd have to like right click and then go over to the Troll Shaws and click. What you can do is you can actually click just show map, right? And boom, you're there, right? And it's got some more information below here. This is connections the Stable Master has. This is also very important to know. Okay, so as you know, whenever you go to a stable place, it has all these options to travel around. Sometimes you got to learn the lay of the land and how certain travel locations work. As you know, if you've watched in my streams and stuff, I know all these tricks to, I can go to here, to teleport to here really fast, right? And pay for these swift travels. Again, swift travel is something you really can only do as a VIP, but I believe you can always use a mithril coin, even if you're free to play, to travel around like this, okay? Because again, a mithril coin is like using real money, so of course they're gonna allow everyone to use that, right? So let's say I want to spend a mithril coin to get there. Now, as you can see, travel to this location, it costs 5. Now let's see if I already know the location. Does it cost less? It costs 2. Oh, look at that. What about this one? 2. Okay, so if it's a location you don't already know, it costs 5 to get there. Now here's another little trick, all right? So that could be from anywhere. So it's a little bit of a convenience thing, but it's more expensive. Now I want to show you another thing real quick before we go into that. Let's run over to the regular Stable Master, which I have a guide video on the Stable Masters obviously already. But
greetings.
if I want to, so right now I know everything. I know every location. Now I know the closest way to get to that place would actually be go to Oscuruth. I know you can go to Oscuruth from here. That's some knowledge I already know. See, I can travel for one mithril coin, or I could travel, since I already know the location, for 14 silver. And of course, I can use the swift travel. If you're free to play, you won't be able to use the swift travel except for some main cities. I found that some main cities for like the horse, there's a special ability that you can item that you can get for your housing kin house. We have it here on CrickHollow if you want to join our kinship, where we can free to play can even travel to Bree and stuff from the kin house, but otherwise you can't travel everywhere else. All right, but let's get back on main subject here. So now that we're here,
Well met.
I can go over to the Troll Shaws, right? So I can go to the last bridge. I'm gonna swift travel to the last bridge real quick, okay? So that'll open up that. As you can see, I got a cool like going into elven territory, so I get a nice little elk to ride around on. All right, so again, another swift travel. And I want to show you, though, if I don't know a location. I can get there, too, for 1 mithril coin, okay? So there is a difference when using, the big thing I'm trying to point out here is there's a difference if you use the special travel ability. It's going to cost more mithril coins. It's very for convenience, okay? So again, as you can see here, I want to show you, for example, this color on the normal stable master means you have not been there before. These are new locations. I can't travel swift travel. I can't travel the regular travels, right? It's grayed out. I can't do it. But I could spend 1 mithril coin. But for the same location on the fast map, all right? So I'm going to go back to our map here. Call it, okay? For that same location, which is not Swanfleet, this one, right, which is the one I'm looking for here. South, I want to know the same exact location. I'm going to scrink this for a second, make sure. I'm double checking here it's the same location. Oop. Again, you can move around the map smaller if you need to, like this as well, with these little bars on the right, bottom and top. And you can also grab this bottom right part and drag to make it expand it, okay? Just basic things for people who might be like driving them crazy to try to figure it out. So I went, let's say, this camp, right? Let's see, who is Gorge? I want the exact same one that I don't already know. It's gonna be one of these. Is it this one right here? Regional Troll Shows. One of these I don't already know. Okay, so anyway, this is a different location. Oh, you know why? It's probably way down here. Am I looking at the wrong place? Anyway, this is not important. What I'm trying, I'm wasting time. All right, sorry, Zollin. I know. I'd like and subscribe. I'm supposed to say that. So anyway, excuse me. Basically, the big thing is that if I want to travel to one of these locations that I don't already know on this map, it's going to cost me 5 mithril coins. If I want to travel to a location I don't already know on a normal stable master, it only costs me 1. If I want to travel using this stable thing from anywhere in the world, it's going to cost me 2 if I already own it. Okay, so, and if you do own it, remember, if you are free to play, you won't be able to use the swift travel, but you should still be able to spend 1 mithril coin. So, okay, to break it down, ready? It costs regular in-game money to do swift travels, regular travels to your VIP, if you already know the location. And if you're free to play, you can always use a regular travel, which your horse rides and you pay for it. If you're a free to play and you want to use a swift travel and you already know it, they won't let you use swift travel most likely. You'll be able to use probably 1 mithril coin though to be able to do that. You could tell me in the comments if I'm wrong with that little part there. But then the parts that I'm sure on too are the fact that if you want to travel somewhere you don't already know as a VIP or a free-to-play player, you can use a mithril coin to get there instantly from a horse master, stable master, or if you want to use the stable master system with the map here, the collection of stable masters, you can swift travel anywhere you already know for 2 mithril coins or 5 for somewhere you don't know. For example, again, if I want to travel to, let's say I want to travel this place, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you. So I could just I'm going to first do this, take a swift travel to this one I don't know yet. Okay, so that was from the stable master. It cost me 1 mithril coin. All right, I'm wasting mithril coins to show you this video, so hopefully that deserves a like right there. So we're going to ride over to a place that I have not learned yet. All right, on this character. Again, this is my main character, so he knows pretty much most of the world that you can see from this map I'm showing you right now. All right, there we go. Swift travel completion. All right, so now when I get there, let's see. Yeah, so it is this spot. Okay, I thought it was this spot. So now that I'm here, do remember to click the stable master, guys. Again, I say it all my videos. And yes, I have been here before, but they didn't update, so it didn't, yeah.
What do you need?
So boom, now I know it, okay? So now you can see this guy has different connections. So now what if I want to, so this is Tal Brune, right? So if I can bring up my thing one more time here, Zollin, thank you. So you can kind of see where I am. That's the Rivendell stables. By the way, these are all the main stables, Westbury, Rivendell stables, Kareth Galadriel. I think those are believe that most of those you can free to play swift travel to, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I believe so. I haven't used free to play in a few years, but I have another account I use sometimes. I just don't always travel with it very much in that other account. So now let's say I want to, for example, again, you can see all the locations that this particular place takes me. All right, but if I actually go to it right here, right? So there it is, there it is. So this is the location I am right now. So there is a little bit of a weird thing there, where if you hover the stable master, it's called Enchan Candeliath, right? But when I'm here, it says the name of, I believe, the stable master. Yes, which can be a little confusing, okay? Try not to and it says I'm in a certain region. Doesn't even say I'm in the, so there's a little bit of a confusion there that can happen sometimes. So the best way for me to tell you to not be confused is bring up your regular map with M, right? This is the regular world map, right? With locations and stuff. There's a difference between the regular map and the stable master map, okay? Everyone got that? But hover the stable master, and you can always go up to filters, clear all and only turn on stable masters. And then you can hover the stable masters and see their exact name, right? There it is. And then from there, you can actually see that when you go on here and hover it in the stable masters map, oh look, that is the right place. Okay, so again, that's what I was trying to show you a second ago, that I had a little momentary lapse in my memory there in what to find. So anyway, that's about it. That's about it to use this stable master. But this is very handy if you're stuck in the middle of the wilderness and you're done and you don't want to be spending all this time getting back to something. You're like, I just want to get back. I don't want to have to find a stable master to teleport to, or to get to the next stable master, and so on and so forth. I'd rather just spend 2 mithril coins on a place I already know, or I want to spend 5 on getting that new place, that new stable master, without having to run to it, right? This is a very handy way to do it with this travel ability, okay? So again, for example, if I wanted to go to Northern Shore Gledmere, right? Up here, way up in the north, I can say travel, I can use 5. I'm gonna go ahead and use 5. So again, I'm not using the stable master. So let me be clear, I am not using that stable master, okay? I'm gonna use this map. So again, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna click this travel ability here, and I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna use it. Again, there's how much you have, right? Mithril coins, I'm gonna use 5. All right, so boom, instant teleportation. I should appear right next to the stable master. Oh, and look at that. There it is. Here is Mr. Dwarf. All right.
Greetings.
All right, and he just gave, and now I know this dock keeper. And he only has one location. So this guy actually is only designed to go from one side to the other side, I believe. So now if I wanted to get to the other side, I could have, see, it's quite expensive even when you know the other side, but I don't. So I'm gonna pay 1 mithril coin to get to the other side. All right, there we go. Now I've learned both sides. Now if I wanted to travel back to the other side,
What do you
oh, interesting. You can only go, it's only a one way. Oh no, excuse me, I'm not clicked on it. Okay, if that ever happens, guys, I did a silly, and now you know. Make sure you clicked on the location you want to go. So now I can go back and forth, right? Across this lake. Again, it's just a little, these are the dock keepers. They work the similar way to other things. All right, so anyway, my friends, the big thing then to remember is, with all of this, when it comes down to one thing, is that when you're traveling around, now how do I get back anywhere? I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere, right? I'd have to run all the way to one of these things. So again, for navigating, I have a whole video on navigation, by the way, of using these coordinates up here at the top, right underneath your radar or minimap. I have a whole video on that if you want to know how to use that to help guide you around Middle Earth and stuff. But how do I get back right now? Well, again, we could go into our, collection thing, go to our mounts, which does have a command here. One of you will leave a comment about the command, and I will like it greatly. I don't see where the actual command is on it right now. If I hover this, yeah. So now I just want to get back, right, to Bree. So if I want to get back to West Bree, it's the green one with the special star. That's always like the main places. A lot of times you already know those automatically too. So I'm gonna, again, you can see all the locations it has, but let's say I wanted to try to, the place I am right now, go to a one near me, right? So again, I earned these 2 boat ones. So what if I ran down the hill to Blogar, right? Which again, if I open my map, that would be right over here, I believe. Right down here? Yes, right down there. So what if I want to know the locations of where Blogar goes? If I'm going to take this whole long walk, because I don't want to spend mithril coins, right? Well, again, you can go and click on Blogar, and you can see its destinations. Well, let's see. Connections to this stable master. He can go to Vegbar, all the blah, 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 blah. He can go to all these locations, right? Which means then you go, okay, well, he could go to this location, right? You can go to Hove, so where does that take me? And then you can click on that and you can go, oh look, that kind of pretty much goes everywhere. South Bree, blah, blah, blah. So again, if I didn't want to spend Mithril coins, I could walk down the hill, take a horse to this location, and then take one back to Bree. Or you can just go, since I know it only costs 2 Mithril coins, I could go to Bree, travel, and use 2 because I already know the location, and I'm going to. So altogether, I just spent a total of 5, 6, 7, 8 coins for you guys for this video. But there, now I can go, and if I really want to go back to where I was, I could go back to South Bree and just spend some regular money, because I already know South Bree, right? Travel for 70 copper coins. That's in-game money, right? So again, the system is not really, it's a convenience system. It's not a pay-to-win system where you're like, well, how can I get to these places? You can get to all these places on your normal mount or on foot. All of them are accessible to an extent in that there's a couple exceptions, right, with expansions, but pretty much everything's accessible in LOTRO and Middle-earth, which is very nice. It's really a great system. And again, for free-to-play, you can still use a lot of these things if you want to buy some Mithril coins. But if you're playing free-to-play, why are you going to spend real money on Mithril coins? Again, you won't need to do that. You can still travel around normal and with your normal mount to learn the locations, and then spend in-game money you earn in-game that's not spending real money in real life to travel around and enjoy yourself. So anyway, you have a great day in Middle-earth, and again, you can always get travel maps too. I have a whole separate guide video on that. But this is to focus on the Stable Master map, all right, and the special ability it has to travel around. So you guys have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. Must say thank you to my wonderful Patreons for their support. Thank you, Skumley, for being a royal guard. It means a lot. Subscribe button's there, guys, on top of that training dummy right there. You can click it, stab the training dummy, stab the subscribe button. Next episode will be up there in the for guides, and a LOTRO tale. My main content's over there. These are all picked out for you with voiceovers. Baruch Kazad Kuzada Menu, and I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. See ya. Zollin, you can turn it off now.